Stay on the side of love, stay on the side of light, because that is what's ultimately going to make the greatest shift in healing and change.
Welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. This is the place to be to raise the consciousness within in order to create a life and business of ease, flow, and freedom. This podcast offers inspiring stories, strategies, and special guests to help you become your most aligned self. I am Minerva Maharaj, a former NBA Toronto Raptors dancer turned ICF accredited spiritual life coach, founder of Goddess of Wisdom Spiritual Life Coaching, and Star Seed Academy coach training. My soul's mission is to show you the impossible is truly possible. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's get to awakening your soul's wisdom.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Words of Wisdom. Today, I want to talk about navigating world events with wisdom. And I want to also offer you a meditation for emotional resilience. As we know, there's a lot going on in the world today, and I'm not going to claim I'm an expert and have all the knowledge and education about the complexities and ins and outs of what's going on. But I do know what we're all feeling and what we're picking up, no matter where you are in the world. And so I just wanted to offer you some points for guidance so that you can be of more service than to succumb to all the anger, rage, and pain and heartbreak that is going on around the world. And especially as spiritual coaches, healers, light workers, or just spiritual entrepreneurs, people with purpose here on earth, we are required more so than ever to be on the right side of this. And when I say the right side of this, is not to get sucked into the darkness. And we must remain in the light. And when I connected to God's source spirit and I asked why or what do we do, the message I got is this: remain on the right side of this. And the right side of this is love. Stay on the side of love. Stay on the side of light. Focus all of your energies as much as you can on that side, because that is what's ultimately going to make the greatest shift in healing and change for the long run. And so today, my spiritual coaches, healers, entrepreneurs, light workers, I'm going to offer you 3 steps here to help you navigate the world events and also to help you be of service during this time, especially if you don't know what to do, what to say. I'm going to offer you a meditation here to build your emotional resiliency. I really hope this speaks to you. So please leave comments if you're watching this on YouTube or listening on any podcast platform. I want to know how this is serving you, and feel free to download and share with other people. So, my first step here on how to navigate world events is number 1, we must set boundaries. We must set boundaries with social media and news outlets. Now, I know we want to be informed. And I read somewhere the other day, take it in, but don't take it on. So, yes, inform yourself, educate yourself, but tune in to your gauge of when you start losing yourself, when it starts becoming overwhelming, when you start going down the rabbit hole of darkness and spiraling. And that's different for everybody, right? So you have to become aware of what is your threshold. And it's not serving you, number 1, and it's not serving those who are in pain by you going down that rabbit hole of watching the disturbing videos and reading the news and watching one video after the other of what's going on. How is that serving you, right? And it's also limited to a certain extent from just that one screen, one perspective, right? So take it in, but don't take it on. Tune in to where is your threshold? What is your gauge there, and what you can take in before you start losing yourself, before you start spiraling, before it starts becoming overwhelming and overbearing on your energy. Because if you're a spiritual coach, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a healer, if you're a light worker, You are here to serve. And how are you going to serve if you are showing up bogged down, heavy, constricted, in fear, in rage, in guilt? And those obviously serve to a certain extent, but you're really only serving and changing the world through your light and through your love. And so that's my number one step, is setting those boundaries, even just scrolling. And then you come across some disturbing videos, right? And I've seen them. I took it in. I even went down the YouTube rabbit hole of one video after the other. And I cried. I felt it. I couldn't sleep for days, right? And I feel like we're all feeling it to some extent. How could we not? We're all connected beings. These are our brothers and sisters on the other side of the world. Doesn't matter what side you're on. End of the day, the issue here is because of separation. So why are you going to create more separation from yourself, from the divine, from source, from God? We're creating more separation when we go down that hole. So this is about oneness and connection. And the only way we can bring that all together in the world, maybe not in this exact lifetime or whenever, I don't know. But all I know is that we cannot create oneness from separation. We cannot create oneness from this side over that side. They're right, they're wrong. From blame, from shame. That's complete separation. And when we go into that in within ourselves as humans, and we feel the darkness, we feel the fear, we feel the desperation, we feel the lack, we are disconnected, number one, from source. This is why it's all happening, is all from disconnection from source, disconnection from God. So why are we going to contribute to that in this moment? So come back to self, come back to source. And that only starts with you and your practice. And I'm going into another another topic within this topic, but comes down to oneness. So it's coming back to yourself and coming back to source. And one way to do that is setting those boundaries with social media and news outlets, and even in conversations, setting those boundaries. Don't go on the phone at night. Don't scroll. Maybe sign out, maybe log off of it for a while until you can become grounded and connected back to yourself. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, ground and connect to your inner wisdom. The minute you feel overwhelmed with the emotions, with the rage, with the pain, with the hurt, we're not in a grounded, regulated state. And that's okay. I'm not saying ignore it. I will talk about that more, of how to deal with the emotions. But when it becomes all too much, the number one thing I do is ground. I close my eyes. I breathe into my feet. I feel my feet on the ground. I imagine roots growing into Mother Earth. I feel myself connected to Mother Earth, and I breathe into that space, breathe into my feet, breathe into the roots. And then I allow that to be the portal where I empty out any heaviness, any worries, any fear, any emotions, anything that is heavy and weighing on me. And I cleanse and clear that, and I release that, and I remove that out of my entire body and being at whatever pace, however long it takes. But grounding is number one. Once you ground, then check into yourself, check into your inner wisdom, check into your inner source, check into your inner being. That's when you're better able to hear what's coming through. That's when you're better able to receive any divine messages, guidance. That's how you're better able to spread love, spread your energy. You are energetic beings, and who you are at the core are love beings. Every single being on this earth are love light beings. We are energetic beings. No matter what race, no matter what color, no matter what religion, no matter where we are on this earth, we are all energetic beings. And if we can connect back to that space of who we are energetically, then we're better able to influence and reach other people around the world who need to be uplifted, who need to be healed, who need to be held. That's the only way we're going to ever be able to instill any change, no matter where you are. If you're in Canada, in the States, and you're trying to reach the Middle East, the only way you're better able to do that is through your energetic self. So if you're feeling powerless, you've disconnected from your truth, you're disconnected from who you are, but disconnected from your energetic being, because it's the energetic being that has the power to create worlds. Because source being lives in you, created you, and lives within you. And that energy that's created worlds is within you. When you tap into that, you can use that energy for good. Ground and connect to your inner self, inner source, outer source, and you spread that light. You can act from there. You can speak from there. Spread your love, spread that energy wide, above, across the entire earth, down through, spread your energy, wrap it. I just keep doing that, sending. Oh, and I only send energy when I am clear and grounded. And then when I'm expanded and connected to my light. And then I feel more connected, more empowered. The more you practice that, the more resilient you will become with hearing these things that make us feel so heartbroken and disconnected. And that creates more separation. Our job here as spiritual coaches and light workers and healers and spiritual entrepreneurs is to become more connected, is to become one. And we're here to change the world. We're here to change people's lives. And that's only going to come from oneness. So we got to connect to our oneness first. Number 3, focus on what's on the other side of whatever emotion you're feeling. So here is where I want you to feel the emotions. I'm not saying at all throughout this, ignore the fear, the guilt, the worry, the desperation, the depression, the rage. It is healthy to feel it. We need to process it. We need to move through it. It's like a wave. So feel the emotion and then, so sit with it. Close your eyes. Feel, what emotion are you feeling right now? The sadness, the fear, the worry. Feel it. Feel it. If we don't feel it, we're suppressing it. We're ignoring it in some way. We go turn on Netflix, we have some wine, we eat food, we go do something else. We do something often. We choose, when we feel an emotion, we try to defer it and not feel it. We divert our energy and our focus onto something else, but then it's just sitting there and lingering. So I'm giving you permission here to sit with the emotion, feel it. Because no, it is not going to last. It's just energy in motion. The energy just needs to go somewhere. And when you guide it, you sit with it intentionally and knowing you're going to move through it, it's going to move. So within this, feel the emotion, the sadness, the fear, the rage, the worry. And then ask, what's on the other side of that? What's on the other side of that? You're going to sense a lightness. You're going to sense a shift. You're going to sense space and a different possibility, a different emotion you could choose. So what's on the other side of worry? What's on the other side of fear? When I sit into feeling the world events and I feel the worry, I feel the sadness, I feel the fear, I sit and I breathe into that. I allow it to be here. It is safe to be here. I honor it for being here. And then I ask, what is on the other side of that? And even when I do that right now, what's on the other side of that? I see greenery. I see hope. I feel spaciousness, some peace, some happiness. And then I divert my focus from the fear to hope and to spaciousness. And that's how you can move through the emotion. That's how you can build resiliency with emotions. And what you focus on grows upon. So focus on the hope, even if it's just a trickle, a little spark, any spaciousness, any relief, any possibility that opens up. Focus your attention on that. Divert your energy towards that. Because what you focus on grows upon. Focus on the hope. Focus on the peace and the love. Keep focusing your energy there. And what the mind can conceive, it can achieve. And who knows what can come from that? Maybe the inspired thought may come. Then you be moved to take action that will actually make a difference. Maybe it's volunteering. Maybe it's making a donation to an organization that you trust. Maybe it's just helping someone in your neighborhood who has family going through that, who's been through the war, who has some sort of experience, whatever it is. But then you're better able to use your energy and focus your attention and your thoughts and your creative abilities to affect real change, to make a real difference. That smile, that meal, that donation, that prayer. Abraham Hicks says, one person who's deeply connected and aligned to source is way more powerful than many who are not. And I like to believe that. It's just a practice of holding that energy, holding that focus. A practice of being who we truly are. Divine, love, light beings. And so if we were to get anything out of any world events that happen, it's just a call for us to rise up and be more of who we are. And light will always come through the dark. I do believe light will overcome all the darkness. And so I would like to leave you with a short meditation today to build your emotional resiliency. So if you're not driving and you're in a safe space to do so, I invite you to close your eyes. Breathe in from the top of your head down to your toes. Let every breath wash over you and cleanse you and clear you from your head all the way out through your toes. Just become still and present with where you're at right now. And know that nothing exists but now, the present moment right here, right now. And take your time through the steps to just breathe and get still. And allow everything to exit through the bottoms of your feet. All the worry, all the heaviness, all the fear. Any resistance or constriction, let it exit out the bottoms of your feet. And use the breath to restore life within you. To move out anything that's not serving you in this moment. And then tune into your heart. Listen to your heart. You know you are here now. You are here now. Now is what we have. This present moment is all we have and is all that counts. Right here, right now. Not what happened yesterday or what you think is going to happen in the future, right here, right now. This is your point of power. Who are you going to be at this point in time? What power are you going to choose to use? Who are you going to choose to be in this moment? Are you going to choose light and love or darkness and fear? You have the power right here, right now, to choose who you're going to be. And who you be right now is what's going to affect change tomorrow. And you are here right now for a reason. What is that reason? Tune into that space, that consciousness, that possibility of what is your reason and your purpose right here, right now. Is it for love? Is it for peace? Is it for joy? Is it for hope? Tune into that purpose. Tune into that reason. Tune into that feeling. And choose to spread that now. Allow that to shine from your heart in front of you and all around you, behind you, above, below. Allow that beam of light, allow that force of energy to just exude and shoot out of you. And allow it to go as far and wide as you can. Wrap it around the world. Wrap it around your entire home, your city, your state, your country. Allow it to go up into the sky, down through the earth, out through the other side, and spread that light. Spread your force of light and love out into the world. Standing in solidarity, standing in truth, standing in light, standing in love, spread that light. Thank you. I love you. Let's continue spreading love, spreading our light to inspire real change. Love you all.